How's it going, everybody? Today, I'm super excited for the review I'm bringing you. I've been waiting 2 years for this figure to come in, and he's finally here. So, without further ado, bam! Look at that bacon sizzle. I don't know if I mentioned it on the channel before, but I am a huge Predator fan, and I have been collecting for a good while. We finally have the 1987 Jungle Hunter Mezco 112 Predator, and we're going to take a closer look at him. Before we do that, when I pre-ordered this Predator, he came in, and inside the box, Mezco sent a little packaging here. I haven't opened it yet. I wanted to do that with you guys here. So, let's go ahead and pop this open. Let's see what's inside. Alright, so here, looks like a little pin, the Stinkle Crew. Okay, put that to the side. A little blind bag here. We'll do that one last. And it looks like they have some of their figures here in sticker form. Atticus Doom, Make Mine Mezco. And they have Gomez here with his boombox and a little Gomez. Alright, let's go ahead and open this blind bag, see what we have. There we go. And inside we have a little army man with his little army hat. His little machine gun. Let's put that in his hand. Alright, we'll put him off to the side, and we are going to take a look at the box. I took him out. He has this plastic slip cover. Get rid of that so we can get a real good look here. There's the front of the box. Here's the side with a nice picture from the movie. There's the back here. Shows everything that he comes with. And we're going to take a closer look at that in the review. And another picture from the movie there. On the top, just 112 collective. Bottom, all the legal information there. Let's go ahead and see the figure itself. We'll slide the slip cover out. Another protective film. And here is the window there of the figure. A lot of plastic in there protecting him. But we'll go ahead, we'll take him out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. So here he is, everybody, in all of his glory. We're going to take a look at the accessories first. We'll save the best for last. We'll start here on the right side. We're going to start off, actually, you know what? We're going to start off with the boring stuff. So he comes with this bag. It's just a little Ziploc baggie to put all everything in so that way nothing gets lost, which is needed because the items here are pretty small. Next we have the armature here. It has 1, 2, 3 hinges, 4 hinges, and it opens up in the claws here to be able to hold him in place, which goes on this stand right here. Predator. Place that off to the side. And we're going to start with the bloody skull. So this is the one the Mezco came with. I have the NECA version one here that came with the Viper Predator. So this one, the Mezco one, is missing the jaw. A little bit more bloody on the NECA side. But very good detail. Fine detail on it. We'll compare it with an unbloodied one here. I have so many Predators I forgot which one the clean skull came with. But that is them all next to each other. And lastly, we'll compare it with the engineer skull that came with the Ahab Predator. Huge size difference. Okay, put this off to the side. and we'll take a look at the med kit here. So this one's pretty neat, pretty good detail on there. It has a part that just slides out and a part that folds down here. Nice detail. They took the time and painted every little line in there. So this is an awesome accessory. Very movie accurate. Next, we'll move on to the, you know what, let's go on to the plasma caster. Yeah, that's right. Plasma caster here mounts on the figure. We're going to take a closer look, a more in-depth look on that. He has this accessory right here, the effect I mean. This attaches to the plasma caster, no problem. I know with some of the NECA ones I had some problems attaching their blast effect to their cannons. And we have an interchangeable mouthpiece here. These are with the closed mandibles. We have 2 short claws for when his blades are retracted. We have 2 long claws for when he's ready to do some slicing. He comes with his spinal column trophy here. He has his small game trophies here as well. And I think this one here is the snake from the movie Prey. Nah, just kidding. It's some kind of small creature though. We have his bone necklace here. And we have his head here. The alternate head with the mask. This one is magnetic. Just comes off. That's what it looks like underneath. 2 magnets to attach there. We'll look at this one more here in a minute. And he comes with an open gripping hand. 2 closed fisted hands. He closes them with the fingers because if he rolls them, he will dig his nails into his hand every time he punches Arnold in the face. And he comes with a gripping hand here and a pointing / action finger. And now we'll take a look at the figure himself. And here he is with the open mandibles. So we'll start from the top. His dreads are real loose there, which is real good. He has this piping here. One thing that I noticed on him, he doesn't have the piping going from here to here on the back of the arm, but it's not really too big of a complaint of mine because on the NECA versions, it's always coming off, and so is the one here on the shoulder. He does have his cloth netting here. He has some movable plates here, so that way it can help with articulation. It won't get in the way of articulation. And I'll show you how to switch out the mandibles. So it's, like I said, it's just magnetic. Pull it off. That's what he looks like without it. Place the other one on. Simple as that. Don't have to worry about falling or losing because the magnet is actually pretty strong. Okay. We'll leave the closed mandibles on. I like that look better. And let me show you how the blades work in the gauntlet. It just pegs in, just like that. Let's try the long one, the extended one. I'm only doing one blade because I don't want to take up a lot of time on the review. I know you guys probably want me to get to the point and hurry up, but that's what the extended blade looks like. If you want, you can even extend it a little more to where it's barely hanging on. Gives it a good length. Before I forget, because I know I'll forget, we'll move him off to the side so it can focus. He does grip on the skull. So the trick with this that I've learned was put the thumb here on the temple, put the middle finger on the temple, and the front finger kind of goes in the face. And it will hold, but the hand is a softer plastic, so it does stretch, but he does hold. It should be like that, but I think the hand is just too far stretched out. And a plus is this gripping hand also holds on the NECA skull. So the NECA skull is just slightly bigger, so it does hold better. But like I said, the fingers do stretch out. Let's go ahead and swap the heads out. So to do that, you just pull up. Head comes right off. It comes off easy enough, but not too easy to where when you're adjusting the head and articulating it, it doesn't pop off. Here, sometimes you don't hear the click. Okay, we'll have that on. And let's put his plasma caster on next. So to place the plasma caster on, it's like a little peg in here. So this part right here is open, and this little rectangle right here, it just slides in. And there it is. Let me show you the light up features. So for the light up features here, you want to open this part here. This part comes out inside this little pocket, or behind this little panel here, where the batteries go. Take this little part out, and here's the switch for the light. So we'll go ahead and turn that on, place this on, then slide this right back into the backpack, and boom, there's the light for the cannon. And as for the head, the helmet, we'll pull the helmet off because that too is magnetic. Batteries go here, switch here, flip that on. There's the little red light. Once you place the helmet on, bam, 3 little red lights there. A lighted plasma blast effect, and his targeting system is online. Okay, so up next, we're gonna take a look at the articulation. So I almost forgot to show you guys the articulation on the plasma caster. Move him off to the side. We'll get that caster in view here. It does have a little bit of articulation. It goes down, comes up, has a little hinge right there. And right here on this little peg there, it does a swivel. But just be careful when you're articulating it, because these wires are the ones that connect to help it light up. Alright guys, so I just wanted to compare the blast effects with you guys from the NECA and this Mezco one. So taking a closer look, this one on the left is the Mezco, the the NECA. This one's on the Mezco. So just getting a better look here. The Mezco one looks a lot cleaner with the translucent, but I do like the white painting on the front of this one, looking like it's a fresh blast that just left for the cannon. The peg for the NECA is this small little ball there, and with some of the Predators, it does have issues attaching to it. There's also 2 different versions of the blast effect. One is like this little peg, the other one goes over the shoulder cannon. This one here, it's just straight peg that goes into the cannon. And also I wanted to compare the Mezco Predator in height with the accessory box that NECA released of a filleted human here. So he stands at about a normal human height, which is about shoulder height. And when he's upside down, he stands about a little taller than the Predator himself. So this, if you guys have this one, it's a good accessory to place with him, hang around maybe somewhere in the background. Okay, so next we're going to take a look at that articulation. I swapped the heads out just so you can take a look at this beautiful mug while we look at that. We'll start off here at the head. He looks up very well. He looks down extremely. He looks down good, very well as well. His head tilt, rotation, very generous head movement there. And he also has some neck articulation, not too much. Down to the shoulder, goes up about this much. Does a 360, and the shoulder armor moves up so it doesn't get in the way of the articulation. Here at the arm, he has a twist at the elbow, as well as a twist at the gauntlet. Wrist is a hinge and a swivel. Same thing on this side, but I'm just going to show you guys this tubing here. It does affect the articulation a little bit. You can't go too high up because it looks like it'll pop right out. But it does go up, and if you like, you can pull this armor up so you can get more range of motion. Move that down. Same articulation. Elbow, gauntlet. The netting here will affect it a little. Same wrist here. Here at the diaphragm joint, we have very little articulation. I can barely move him. At the waist, he does swivel very little. I don't know if I just need to loosen him up or heat him up. I'm not sure. I'll look more into it and let you guys know. As for the legs, he does the splits. Armor moves up so it doesn't affect the articulation. Almost does the splits there. He has thigh swivel. He has double jointed knees. And he has very little ankle articulation. It twists. As for pivot, ever so slight. Okay. That is his articulation. And the one thing was this wrist right here, at least on mine, on the gauntlet side, when I would try to swap his hands, this whole ball peg would come out. So I had to heat up the gauntlet and flip the ball peg, because I guess it was just a quality control issue that this peg here was inserted the opposite way. So the bigger end was on the outside, getting a better grip on the hand. But just had to flip that around and swap that. I don't know if you guys have encountered any quality control issues of those of you that did get them, but just something to be aware of. Place him down. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at him compared to other lines. And before we do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get that height, 7.5 inches to the point of the head right here. So let's take a look at him with other lines. First up, we have him with the McFarlane 2-pack of Superman and Devastator. Then we have him with the Masters of the Universe, Skelegod and Mossman. Next, we have him with the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Card Back, G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Officer, Articulated Icons Ninja, and Lightning Collection White Ranger Ninja. Here we have him with the Marvel Legends Monster Venom, a NECA Predator, the NECA Shadow Shredder, and the 2018 NECA Michael Myers. And here we have him with the SH Figure Arts Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, the Dragon Stars Cooler, and the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku build model kit from Bandai. And finally we have him here with the McFarlane Mega Figure Swamp Thing, the Storm Collectibles Darkseid, and the Diamond Select Toys Carnage. So here he is with everything on. He has his bone necklace, his trophies, and the spinal column. And I put the extended blades on him. I really like this figure a lot. And I really hope that Mezco does the Predator 2. The City Hunter Predator. Because his design, his pattern on his skin is my favorite. And I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but I liked it just as much as I did the first one. And with Mezco catching all the detail that they do, if they do the second part, I'm definitely getting him. And I'd be excited to see the detail. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Mezco Predator. I'm a lot of bias. I think he's great just because he's the Predator. So from an unbiased standpoint and being real critical of him, compared to the movie accuracy, I think they did a very good job. Small little things, you know, nothing too big to complain about, like the top of the head here. He does have the little dots, but they are supposed to be darker. As for the articulation in the diaphragm and the waist, it's almost no articulation at all, and he can't do the main pose I wanted him to do was when he was fighting with Arnold and he was screaming when he first released or dropped his mask. Legs were in the front, arms were out spread, and he's supposed to crunch forward, but I can't get him to crunch forward due to the articulation. And he does that screaming face. I mean, it's not too bad. Another problem with this one would be the articulation in the ankles. That one does affect the figure a good amount. You know, you can't get him in a few iconic poses that he does in the movies. But all in all, I still love the figure. I am going to enjoy him. I'm going to take some pictures with him. Try to imitate some of the movie poses, but I don't have any Dutch figures, so I'll probably do it with some other army figures. But we'll leave him here if he'll stand. This is one of the issues of the ankles, but that worked there. Thank you all for staying to the end of the video. You guys make up your own decision about this figure. I hope this review helped. I appreciate you all tuning in, and remember, enjoy the little things in life.